Welcome to Pamosia Tribe Talk channel. Let us hear our ancestors' voice, which remind us who we are. Long ago, in a valley wrapped between rolling green hills, where the air carried the scent of rain and wildflowers, there lived two tribes, the Utu and the Tusi. The Utu were hunters and warriors, strong, proud, and fierce protectors of their land. The Tusi were farmers and herders, wise, patient, and gentle with the soil. Between them flowed the great river Mamba, a shining thread of life that gave water to both tribes. For generations, they shared its gift in peace. Children from both sides met at the river to play, to fish, to sing, their laughter echoing like the songs of birds. But peace is like a delicate flower. It must be cared for, or it wilts. Then came the great drought. The sun burned hotter each day. The green hills turned yellow, and the river began to dry. The Utu built a dam upstream to save water for their people. The Tusi watched as their crops withered. One morning, Chief Mbale of the Utu stood tall upon a rock and declared, "The river Mamba belongs to our ancestors. It is our right to drink first." Across the shrinking waters, Chief Ndero of the Tusi shouted back, "Your ancestors may have hunted by the river, but ours farmed its banks. We must water our cattle." And so began the quarrel that would divide a people once joined by friendship. When words turned to anger, and anger turned to pride, the spears were raised. Warriors painted their faces, shields clashed. The air filled with the cry of men and the crack of fire. For moons they fought. Fields turned to dust, cattle fled, and children cried in silence. The once shining river grew muddy, dark, and still. And in that silence, the spirits of the land wept. One night, an old woman from the Utu tribe, Mama Ngai, the village healer, lay sleeping near her fire. She dreamed of a great silver serpent rising from the river, its eyes glowing like the stars. And the serpent spoke to her. "You fight over what was never yours. The river belongs to none and to all. You spill blood into the same water you drink. Heal the land, or the land will curse you." Mama Ngai woke with a start. She knew this was the voice of the river spirit, a message from the ancestors. At dawn, Mama Ngai took her walking stick and began her journey to the Tusi village alone. The valley was silent as she crossed the dry riverbed. The Tusi guards raised their spears, but she did not stop. She said softly, "My children, we are dying, not from hunger, but from hate. Let us speak, not fight." Her courage silenced them. And for the first time since the war began, the two tribes agreed to meet. Under the wide branches of a great baobab tree, the Utu and the Tusi gathered. Elders sat in a circle. Women and children listened quietly. Mama Ngai spoke of her dream. Her voice trembled with wisdom and love. Then from the back of the crowd, a little girl from the Tusi tribe, Asha, stood up. With clear eyes she said, "If we fight, we lose. If we share, we live." Her words hung in the air like sunlight after rain. The chiefs looked at each other, and for the first time in many moons, they smiled. The Utu and the Tusi began to work together. They carried stones, shaped mud walls, and sang as they worked. Men built, women brought water, children passed baskets of soil. From sunrise to sunset, the valley echoed not with war drums, but with the rhythm of unity. And when the dam was finally finished, the river flowed again, wide, blue, and alive. They named it Maji ya Umoja, the water of unity. That night, fires burned bright across the valley. Drummers from both tribes sat together. Men and women danced around the flames, their bodies painted, their spirits healed. The two chiefs, Mbale and Ndaro, clasped hands before the people. Mama Ngai smiled through her tears. Children laughed and sang songs of the river's return. The valley was alive once more, and peace had returned to its rightful home. And so, my friends, the river Mamba once again flowed freely between the Utu and the Tusi. The land grew green, the animals returned, and the people learned a truth as old as the earth itself. The river that divides can also unite. Peace is not built by power, but by understanding. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. Thank you for listening. Our ancestors' voice. Like and subscribe for more tribe story.